mad because we look good for our age? If that's what you're talking about, just say that.
Selfish, you're entitled, you're sneaky, you're manipulative. What is your value?
Sometimes we're the problem and we don't take the time to look at ourselves.
Black women choose their husbands the same way they choose their baby daddies.
Fresh face. I literally look like I'm like 10 years younger.
Welcome back to More to Life. Before I get into this video, like, comment, subscribe. Also, smash that notification bell just to be sure you get all my videos as soon as I release them. Let's get into this.
I did not realize that this video was just slowly getting traction over time, and I didn't even realize your comments, so I apologize. In order to become more affectionate, you need to do the opposite of what you've been doing. So if you're a person who has been avoiding it at all costs, you need to do the opposite of that by practicing with the people around you. And that's the simplest answer I can give you. If you want to know more, then just let me know, and then I can give you some examples.
She's probably not going to understand how to be an affectionate person because that's not in her. She doesn't have an inch of an affectionate bone in her body because most women are like that, right? They can't help it. Growing up with that monkey in their back, it's a wild thing to see, but that's how it is.
These older women are really out here in competition with the younger generation. I'm sorry, but it has to be said. These older women who are in their 40s, 50s, even 60s.
51-year-old Gen X here. Who told you these lies? We got to debunk some of this.
And they're not teaching the young girls.
We are teaching girls how not to let age be your cage because we were never taught that.
So instead of teaching the young girls to do better, you're trying to compete with her.
Baby girl, we're not competing against you. We're competing against ourselves. We're creating a new level of strength.
You're doing things with your body.
You mean like getting proactive by fighting the muscle mass loss and bone mineral density that every woman faces every decade after age 40? Yeah, that's a pretty smart thing to do as we age.
All because you don't want to accept the fact that you mess up your life.
Yes, we mess up a lot in life, but we did not mess up our life. There's a big difference. Sweetie, don't get it twisted.
Realizing that, oh wow, I'm at an age where nobody's checking for me.
We're checking ourselves, and we're living our best life.
These women wasted their years, wasted their youth.
I'm not going to knock another woman because she's trying to live her best life and she's trying to improve herself. That's what I do for a living. I help women burn fat and build muscle. But this divisiveness is not going to work. Can't attract bees with vinegar. So we've got to find a different way to close ranks. And this, sweetie, it's not how you do it. One day you're going to be older and you're going to understand. Let's cut this vitriol. Let's cut this finger wagging. Let's not let age be our cage. Let's walk together in one accord and let's do better, shall we?
So many of us melanated women are not getting married and we're not having successful relationships because so many of us, honestly, were raised by single mothers, right? A lot of us were raised by single mothers. A lot of us were raised by single mothers who have attitudes, and then we take on that attitude because we feel like our mom is strong. No, in some ways, yes, but that attitude is not necessary. And having a nasty attitude does not make you strong. And behaving in a way that we think is masculine, carrying ourselves how we think men carry themselves, is not going to help us be successful in any area of our lives, particularly in relationships. A lot of us were raised by women who have poor emotional intelligence, therefore we have poor emotional intelligence. And we can't improve on that because we can't even accept constructive criticism. And we can't even be led by strong men or even allow men to be the leader. And the inability to accept constructive criticism is a huge flaw. The inability to take accountability for the things that we do and say is a huge flaw. And the inability to be submissive is a problem.
She said it right there at the end. And that's why A lot of women will stay single and alone for a very long time. At the end, she said submissiveness. And it's not even just black women, right? It's all women. All modern women, they hear that word and they start crumbling up like they're the wicked witch of the west, and you poured some ash, you start shriveling. It's a sight to see. You know, it's sad because most guys are just trying to give constructive criticism. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to help you be better. If not for us, maybe for someone else. We don't want to see you down. I want to see you get married right out of college, just like these white women do. But you got to change. What are they doing differently? They're in college and they're showing a man, I'm your everything, baby. How about you do the same?
A lot of these women be like, I know my value. Value is what? You're just like every other chick out here. I've seen 1,000 of you. You're selfish. You're entitled. You're sneaky. You're manipulative. What is your value?
I said, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
You seen her face? You saw her before and after? It's a lot of makeup, but that's a transformation. He fixed up that whole jaw, got it looking smooth, and it's a lot more than makeup. What's his name? Dr. Oz Aesthetic. And you already know, much more, plenty more women are going to him and paying off the yin yang. Why? Because he can do magic. This is wild. I got to show you guys this one. This one blew my mind right here.
But wait! There's more!
Bu gece bana gelmen gerekli. Gelmezsen gelme. Beni sevmezsen sevme. Bu kebeş baba sirve.
I gotta pause really quickly. He removed the fat and the wrinkles out of her face. She went back 20 years. So say if she was 55, she could pass for 35. She could be dating one of y'all right now. Look out. Men need to look out. More men should see this because this is witchcraft. I'm telling you, these are the tricks that they can do now. And guess what? I got to tell you guys where this man is at. This man is in Houston. Also, he has another clinic, I think, in Vegas or one of those places like that. But they can just take a trip to Houston, maybe go watch a basketball game or go see some other nonsense they may watch, and then get this done. Now, this is wild. So, and white women are going to this guy too. So, could you imagine? He's also doing butt lifts. I saw pictures of him doing butt lifts and giving him his booties like he's doing BBLs. This is wild, but this is what they're doing. Be on the lookout. All to compete with younger women. And they're competing. This man took 20 years off of this lady's face. This is not right for men. I think men should know. I think you got to ask for ID nowadays. You dating a girl, see her ID. Not the Carter, but the Carter to make sure, you know, she's not over age. Look at this here. Look at that picture. Look at this. Look at this here. 20 years off of her face. He took out the eye bags, the wrinkles on the face by the mouth that show your age. He took those out. Has her, she looks about 25 years younger. This is wild.
These older women are really out here in competition with the younger generation.
Girl, don't do that. Who told you? Who told you we was out here trying to compete with y'all? We ain't trying to compete. Girl, we ain't got to do that. Because, baby, all we care to do is share our experiences and enjoy the fruits of our labor, if that is even the case. What are you talking about? Y'all confusion, honey. When y'all start having a mutual understanding and respect for women like me, hell, baby, I don't even know what to tell you. I just know we do not want to be y'all. We are not in competition with you all, okay? Please know and understand it. Oh, hell. We don't want to be y'all. We ain't trying to be in competition with you either. Okay, y'all? Don't get mad because we look good for our age. If that's what you're talking about, then just say that. Damn.
I am so happy with my results. Like, what? Do you see this snatch? What? Oh my.
Look at that face. Look at the ear. I gotta pause really quickly. Look by the earlobe. The ear is bubbling out. Both sides of her face. He stretched her face back. This woman might be 63. I'm telling y'all. This is crazy.
Oh my God. Fresh face. I literally look like I'm like 10 years younger. No cap.
20, I'm sure.
Where you came from?
I came all the way from Beverly Hills, California.
She sounds and looks like a young woman. And I talked about this recently. They need to be their age, right? They will never find men. Oh, they'll probably find them now. She's in Beverly Hills tricking guys. This is wild because the guy will think she's in her 30s. And she lied by saying, I look 10 years younger. This is criminal.
People are that's a choice.
Gotcha. Yeah. And can you just give us one example of why a Black woman would choose to be single or want to be single?
Absolutely. It's the same reason why the Kovlux has Sure Date, because people can't be messing around with things that are not safe in their life. People got, like, we were talking about grown-ups.
No excuses.
So they can't be with stuff that's going to make them feel unsafe, uncomfortable, unloved, unwelcomed, like they don't want to be part of it. So they just opt out altogether. A girls' night is going to be more interesting to somebody than going to a date where, like what you said, like who's going to pay, what's going to happen, what you looking for, what's going to, what's the expectation, things of that nature. So there's other things, but
they're choosing to be single. Well, I hope for your business, because that would be like, if they're choosing to be single, then why would with your business, right? But that's cool, right? I would hope, but
some people.
I got you. So the third reason is that women are choosing to be single.
Yeah, no, a lot of women are choosing to be single. They are, by being too picky. That's how they're doing the choosing. And women like her are doing it as well, being super selective. Oh, gotta make sure he has the right job. Oh, he's not the right height. Oh, I can't talk to him because I'm 5'4". I'm 5'4". I need a man that's at least 6'5", 6'7". Seriously, I need a man that's at least, and he's young too. You gotta be young. Nah, they don't want young. They want older, but still, somebody her age needs somebody older. But this is criminal. Now, it's fine because you don't want to be chosen, and men are not looking to choose you. But be careful, guys. Look out for those ladies that got her face snatched. You see the ears bubbling up on the sides? Run.
There used to be the statistic that 42% of Black women do not get married. It's probably even higher now. But one thing I think women don't talk about is this one thing. Sometimes we're the problem and we don't take the time to look at ourselves. But nobody wants to talk about that. We idolize people like Sierra for the prayer that she prayed to get her husband. But we don't talk about, did Sierra actually put in the work to work on herself first? Do you think that a person like her could attract somebody if she was broken? I think you attract who you are. A lot of us don't want to put in the work to work on ourselves first. We dread the thought of healing because it seems like a task. Instead of like looking at it like, okay, you know what? Let me get to know myself. Let me find out the things that I actually like about me. And I think until we start to actually work on ourselves, that statistic is going to remain. And I'm not saying that it's all because of being unhealed, but I am saying be accountable because everything ain't these men. Some of it is us. And we need to say that.
I like her. Save her. You see her in the streets. The fact she's talking about being accountable doesn't matter if she saw me yesterday or saw someone else or may have watched The Godfather yesterday. That doesn't matter. The fact she's talking about it, it says a lot. right? The fact she knows these statistics says a lot. What is she doing? She's being very logical, right? What does a logical man do? He looks around at the surroundings. He sees things. He says, okay, this is that. That's what she did. It's very simple. Looked, observed. So guys are saying this. Let me look into this. Okay, this is like that. It started pitting things together. I love that. Because who else does that? My wife, she does the same thing. But guess what? This woman is from a different cloth, and my wife is another different cloth as well. But that's what men are looking for. Women who think different, women who are smart, beautiful, beautiful women, and women who take accountability, who are accountable. And this is good news.
One advice you got for young men in today's society?
Be celibate. Literally though, like one of the biggest distractions that young men have is women. If you can learn to discipline yourself in that area, I know it's not a popular opinion, right? But if you can learn to discipline yourself in that area for at least a year, you will have no problem building a business.
Damn, y'all heard that. Stay celibate.
Yeah, he's right. It's hard though. It's hard. It's hell. Some guys do it. Some guys, they stay celibate for months. You know, someone not whacking off nothing. That's good. That's good advice, because when you're celibate, that energy is going to go into your craft. And that's what we wanted. And more men need to do that. Let's take a listen to the father, the Godfather.
Get your head right, get your money, get you some sort of certification or skill to where you can actually start making yourself of use, because fast food is not a long-term thing. Then you got to start networking with other people and start working together. When you work with a group of people, one of the reasons my career went the way it was is because I was with a group of 7 people to where we all moved each other up. I only want you in the house sleeping, showering, and on the bathroom. And there's no reason to be at home. You got to get the work done, because here's the thing. Do that for at least 5 years.
He's right. That's what women got to do. And that's what men are starting to do, right? That's why you see all this complaining. Men are looking at me and not saying nothing, right? Men staring at me and not talking because they're scared as F to do it. But time to do the work, and men are starting to do it. And what's happening? More and more complaints are happening every day. Oh well.
Black women, we gotta stop having children with men that are not committed to us.
They do not care. Those of us with sense have to accept the fact that by and large, as a collective, black women do not care. Oh, he changed while I got pregnant. Listen, I live in a very red state, and all the women's health clinics are still open for business. I got married and it just didn't work out. Black women choose their husbands the same way they choose their baby daddies. So no wonder you still end up being a baby mama. They do not care about the poverty. They do not care about the mental health of the child. They do not care about the abandonment issues and the lifetime of therapy that child will need. They do not care. They do not care. So what do we do?
Yeah, she's right. Can't do anything. All you could do is warn. That's right. I'm happy that the woman is talking about it. She said, stop normalizing single motherhood. Yes, that does need to be stopped, because so many are fine with it. Even when my own son was born, he was born into that. Why? Because that's a known thing that's accepted by all black women. They don't know. They don't know they're doing wrong. I'm happy that so many women are getting online and saying wrong, wrong, foul, foul, foul on the play. Stop doing this, because then the youth will grow up and say, if they pay attention, if they're not listening to, what's the girl's name? Cardi B, but not Cardi B. I forgot the other girl's name. I forgot. But anyway, I don't listen to these things. But, you know, if they're not bogged down with nonsense, which most are, you know, even cartoons, these things that kids are boggled down with. But if she's not and pays attention, the future will be changed. But will it be? Think about it. Because it's not just the youth. It's also the adults And it's in more adult people, even women older than her, than these two women that spoke just now. They see single motherhood as accepted. And it's through ghettos in every country, not every country, in every state, so you think about it. Think about how many people are located in these areas. So say if you have 1 million people in New York, right? You'll have a whole neighborhood of 500,000 people here that believe that way. It's sad. It's going to be hard, but it may never change. And that's why men are saying,
I am leaving and I am never coming back.
I may never go back.
A lot of the time I realize that other cultures kind of get this. I need you to hear me. Other cultures tend to get this. And when I say other cultures, I'm talking about white culture, Indian culture. I'm talking about other cultures other than African Americans. And a lot of the time what happens is you're mistaking the playboy for a husband, and you're trying to marry a playboy instead of marrying a husband. And that's a lot of women don't realize this. A lot of women don't realize this. And this is why you continue to have such horrible dating experiences, because you could be sitting there ignoring the husband material, ignoring the man that is already put you in his forever category. A man will sleep with you, hang out with you, Netflix and chill with you, and you are not his type at all, but he enjoys your company, he enjoys the fun.
Yeah, and that's what happened. Seriously, because men have figured out, even men that are not select, right? They figured out how to use the date market against women. Guys already know most of you are used to banging random guys. So guys will say, okay, I'm here. Even if a guy doesn't want a woman who has a lot of bodies, he'll smash. That's about it. It's crazy, but it happens because they all mess with 10% of the guys anyway. So why not smash?
It's the fun. And now as a woman, you've put this type of man into the husband material. They looked at the playboy and said, he just wasn't the one. He wasn't faithful. He wasn't ready to settle down. But Rebecca, as a matchmaker, I want you to find me the man who looks like Mr. Playboy, who wants to be loyal and faithful to me and committed to me, and find me my husband. But I want him to look like Mr. Playboy and act like Mr. Playboy. And that's when I stopped matchmaking.
Yeah, but that's why guys have given up. Even matchmakers talk about it. She can't matchmake black woman anymore because standards are too high. They want Mr. Right now to be Mr. Right all the time. They get a man from jail. I'm going to make him Mr. Right. It's not Mr. Right. Mr. Right now will never be Mr. Right. He doesn't know that there's a problem. Can't fix him.
I get a lot of messages from people on Instagram asking me about, is it possible to chase your dreams and also focus on women at the same time? I'll be like, nah, you can't serve two masters at the same time. It's impossible. It's impossible. It is in your best interest as a man to focus on you. I'm telling you, if you're in your 20s, I am telling you, this is not about me trying to enforce a calendar or something to you. Statistics have shown that when a man is in his 20s, you don't have what it takes to handle women. Women are like ocean. I would say that they are very, very mentally unstable. They are, because she can have sex with you just now and all is well, but then she can just come up with unnecessary, and if you're not matured enough as a man, if you're not in the right place mentally, you will fall for it. You will. And she doesn't even know she's doing this. So it is in your best interest to focus on you right now. I've met a lot of, especially this generation, I've met a lot of people in their 20s, and they became, they have money, but they don't have that emotional maturity. Take your time, my good friend. Take your time. Take your time, though. And I look, I'm responding to the same messages because people ask me these questions all the time. It is the same. You need to focus on you. It's not going anywhere. If I am 37 and I look like this, if I don't tell you my age, you won't know. If I'm 37 and I'm not married with kids, you're 22 years old. What are you trying to prove? Remember, what a woman wants from you is stability, emotional and financial stability, and those securities. If you can provide that financial stability and you can provide emotional, she will leave you and your life will be destroyed. So it is in your best interest to work on yourself until you become a superior man. The messages I love getting from you.
Yeah, he's right. And the thing is, you have to also tell guys for the right woman. That's the thing. Like, I'm sure he knows, I hope he knows that you can't just do that for anyone, because you can do that for the girl up the block. And if you live in the ghetto, the girl up the block is not the right woman. But he's right though. Say if you find a wife, someone that's wife material, then you're doing it for her, right? And guys do need to hear this. Guys do need to work on this. And as a man, you truly need to focus on yourself, right? And do everything you need to do to make it and to make it to the next level. And it's hard out here. I even go through some pains. I go through some miseries. I'm not perfect. No one is perfect. But he's so right though. Sometimes it feels hard. It feels like you can't do it. Just got to keep pushing on and keep trying. And maybe it'll work out for you. But yeah, guys, thank y'all for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Peace out. See you next video.